Hi everyone. So today you guys are going to be working on continuing to review angle relationships. So as you see on my screen, I've pulled up Delta Math. You guys are going to have a total of 10 problems to do. And I'm just going to go over the three types of problems that you guys are going to experience. I'm also going to be posting a picture of the notes page that would go with this assignment. So, this assignment is going to review complementary angles, supplementary angles, and possibly vertical, adjacent, and linear pair angles. So the first set of problems that you're going to see on Delta Math is measuring angles with a protractor. I do just want to go over this because kind of navigating this angle with a protractor can be kind of tricky. So the directions say measure angle JKL with the protractor and write your answer to the nearest degree. So it says move the protractor using the central blue dot. So I'm literally going to use my mouse to drag the blue dot over the yellow one, and you'll kind of see that it'll match itself up. Then it says rotate and scale the protractor using the green dot. So I'm going to use this one, this green dot, and if you pull it out and then push it back in, it'll make the protractor bigger and smaller. So it can help if you make it bigger to kind of see the little tick marks that are along here. So I'm going to drag this to one side of the angle, and as you can see, it kind of clicks into place right there. And then I'm just going to read the diagram protractor. And so it looks like it's close to 80, and I see this one tick mark, so that's 81, and then it reads 82 degrees. So if I scroll down on my screen, I'm going to say that angle JKL is 82 degrees. I'm going to click submit, I'm sure, and then it'll give you either the green check mark or the red X if it's wrong or correct. Okay? So you're going to do 4 of those types of problems. Now, I'm going to go on to the next one. Okay, so here is the second type of problem that you guys are going to see. It's called identify angles with terminology. So it'll give you a statement like this one. It says, if the measure of angle ONC is equal to 75 degrees, then what is the measure of angle BNJ? So first of all, it's going to be helpful to identify which of these angles are the ones that you're looking at. So I'm going to look for angle ONC. So here's O, here's N, and up here is C. So we have O, N, C. So I'm looking for this angle right here that the red circle is showing. And so I know that that's 75 degrees actually. And the question is then wondering, what is angle BNJ? So here's B, here's N, and here's J. So I'm going to be looking for this other angle that the red circle is now highlighting on my screen. So if I know this one is 75 and I want to know the measure of this one, you can clearly see that it's on a straight angle right here. So that means that these two angles have to be supplementary. Again, supplementary means that they add up to 180 degrees. So if I know that this one is 75, I'm going to use my little writing utensil. I'm going to take 180, sorry, this looks a little janky, degrees, and I'm going to subtract 75 from it. All right. And then I know that 180 minus 75 is equal to 105. 105. Feel free to use your calculator on your cell phone for this, obviously. So again, I know that this one is 75. That looks so janky. And this one is 105. Obviously, you guys are not going to be drawing on your screen like I am, but once you find the answer to that, then you can go ahead at the bottom and you're going to type in 105 and click submit. And you're sure. And again, it shows you, yes, that's correct. And then afterwards, it'll kind of go over, it'll number them and say like, ONC is angle 15, just so it's easier for you to find it. So not all of them are going to be supplementary angles. Some of them might be complementary, they might be vertical, they might be adjacent, or linear pair. So you're going to want to use that note page that I've attached on Google Classroom if you have any questions about what the terminology is. So the last type of problem that you guys are going to have, you're going to have two angle terminology problems with equations. And I'm not in the Delta Math website right now. This Google document is actually what you guys are going to be looking at when you complete this problem. So I've attached an example. Okay, so here's the example problem. It says, if angle A and angle B are complementary angles, which again means that they add to 90 degrees. Complementary angles add to 90, supplementary adds to 180. So it says if angle A is equal to 2x plus 10 degrees, and the measure of angle B is equal to 3x plus 15 degrees, find the measure of angle B. So because we know that, again, they are complementary angles, I'm going to add these two angle expressions together, and I'm going to set them equal to 90. If they were supplementary, I would add them up and set them equal to 180. So now I've dropped the parentheses in the second step, and as you can see, it kind of says it right here. And then I combine like terms. So again, in order to combine like terms, you need to have the same variable and the same exponent. So we have 2x and 3x have the same variable. So 2 plus 3 equals 5x, and I have 10 plus 15 now gives me 25. So my new equation is 5x plus 25 equals 90. So now I have a two-step equation here. This is some good Algebra 1 review for you guys. So again, you do the opposite of the order of operations. So instead of doing PEMDAS, you're going to use SADMEP. You're going to start with addition and subtraction, move to multiplication and then division, and then end with any parentheses or exponents if you have them. We're going to keep these equations pretty basic. So here we go. So we see add 25. So in order to undo that, to isolate our variable, I'm going to subtract 25 from both sides. If you are someone like me, I usually draw like a line down the middle of my equations, okay? And when you're doing this on paper, you're going to need to upload a picture of this work to Google Classroom. And you're going to do that by making a copy of this document and sticking it down below under each of the problems. All right, so anyways, after I subtract 25 from both sides, this cancels out because positive and negative 25 add up to 0. Okay, so now I'm just left with 5x on the left side. And I know that 90 minus 25 is equal to 65. So now I have this one-step equation, which means I only have one step left in order to get the answer. So I have 5x is equal to 65. And so 5 and x, 5x, is multiplication. So in order to undo that, I need to divide. And you see that down here. So I take 5x and I divide it by 5. And what I do to one side, I need to do to the other. And it says divide by both sides by 5. And then you get your answer. 65 divided by 5 is equal to 13. Once you have found the value of x, keep in mind that the directions say find the measure of angle B. That's why I'm only doing 2 of these for you guys. So here are the steps in order to find the measure of angle B. So you need to take the expression that was given for angle B from the top. So here's the expression, okay? And you rewrite it. And wherever there's an x, you're going to substitute the value that you got beforehand in. So I'm going to use a different color. So you're going to take this value and you're going to plug it in for x right here and right here. So you can clearly see now that it's being plugged in. We actually practiced this with using function notation before break. So now you do the order of operations because you're not missing any values. You're not solving for an equation here. So you do 3 times 13, you get 39. You add 15. So the measure of angle B is 54 degrees. If you still have questions beyond these 3 examples, please, again, feel free to send me an email. And I hope that you guys are doing well. And again, if you have any questions, you can either post a comment on Google Classroom or email me directly. Bye, guys.